Good evening, Nation's Corner family, friends and fans. John in South Jersey here. Over there, my broadcast partner tonight, the one and only Mongrovian Mike. What's up, Mike?
Karate. What's up?
Well, you and I are starting off something pretty cool that we here at the Nation's Corner have been working on tonight. We are doing a series of interviews and get-to-knows with a lot of the independent wrestlers that are going to be coming into my area, beautiful South Jersey, and the Philadelphia area coming up for that little event they got going on over there in Philadelphia next month in April over there at that stadium. But anyway, of course, folks, we are talking about
open party at ECW.
Well, yeah, ECW, that. But there's something down the street at the ballpark or the stadium or something that. Oh yeah, WrestleMania. But and while that is an event in itself, fans know that the independent and smaller shows that are literally by the dozens going on. In and around Mania week, you have literally wall-to-wall wrestling that entire week, and we're going to be talking to tonight and further interviews coming up with one of those wrestlers who will be appearing at WrestleMania week already. Who, very good question. She is the longest reigning IWE Women's Wrestling Champion. She is the inaugural Bloodsport, part of the GCW collective, Josh Barnett's show, the inaugural Women's Tournament Champion, and she will be back in Philadelphia for the collective and Josh Barnett's Bloodsport and another women's tournament that we are excited to talk to her about and get her thoughts on as well. And let's have her in now. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you, she is the inaugural Bloodsport Tournament Champion. She is the American Kaiju. She is Lindsay Snow.
Hey guys.
How you, buddy?
Hi, Lindsay.
Hey guys, what's going on?
How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm just hanging out here in sunny Florida. Well, it's sun's down now, but it's beautiful out here. I love it.
Yeah, well, hopefully we have good weather next month when you are joining us up here, or joining us, I'll say, up here. You have some stuff going on for WrestleMania week, and we'll start off with talking about that. You, my dear friend, and I jumped and squealed like a little girl, and you got my messages when I found out you are going back to Josh Barnett's Bloodsport.
I am. Currently, I'm the only champion of Bloodsport, not just the inaugural, but I'm the only champion to ever be crowned at Bloodsport. So I'm coming back to make my stake in Bloodsport history and become the first and only 2-time Bloodsport champion.
I hear that. Not easy, though. Not easy this time around.
I mean, it's never easy, but you're right. The competitors that I have lined up to face this tournament, for one, I'm no stranger to Lady Frost. Her and I have tagged together, and Chill or Be Chilled.
Yes, I'm still running that hashtag Chill or Be Chilled reunion. It must happen.
Yeah, I would love that, but
yes.
It's gonna suck pretty hard if I have to battle her. There's gonna be some feelings involed,
Yeah, well, I've friends fight.
I've got one job, and that's to retain.
And I'll rest assured, knowing her as well as I know you, it's feelings mutual. That inside that, when you guys get in that no ring, there are no friends. Everybody's out there to compete. No. Everybody's out there to beat some people up and get beaten up and win.
For sure, 110%.
It seems that any of the talent that goes to do Josh Barnett's Bloodsport they surprise a lot of people. Like you go, oh, that's that's Mike Bailey. He's gonna flip around. He's gonna do this or that. Oh, that's Marina Shafir. We've seen her on AEW. That that's all of a sudden you see them get in that ring there with Josh Barnett's Bloodsport, and it's a game is on. All bets are off, and it gets. Let's just say it's a very stiff competition. Are you the inaugural winner of that title, and this is the first time it's being defended, or
it's not necessarily being defended. It's just a tournament to
Okay.
yeah. So
Right.
I'm not
Yeah, 'cause-
necessarily defending it, but I feel like I am. I mean, I'm the only person that's ever won a tournament in Bloodsport.
Yeah, as I say, you won the first one, and it went away. It went away for a couple of years, and Josh decided to bring it back this year. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, War Master. Thank you for taking care of us fans. And I'm going to call it. I'll put the stamp on it right now. You are the inaugural and only, and you are going in as the defending. Now you have Lady Frost in there, the aforementioned. The problem, Marina Shafir, who again is no stranger to Bloodsport as well, and Masha Slamovich, who again is no stranger to Bloodsport as well. So it's not like you're in there with nobodies. That, like I said, man, he is not making it easy on you this time at all. So, you talked about Lady Frost, talk about getting them with Masha. Now, to the best of my knowledge, and please correct me if I'm wrong, you've had matches with all three of them in various at one time or another. Anyway.
So I've had matches with Frost and Masha, but I've only trained with Marina. But I trained with Marina before she started pro wrestling. So I trained with her in California at CSW when her and I were both training with Eric Paulson.
Okay.
And I got to train with her there. But like I said, that was before either one of us really was working in professional wrestling. That was when I was just mainly pursuing my jiu-jitsu career.
Right.
And that's how her and I got to cross paths. But like I said, I'm here for the tough competition. That's what I want. I want people out there to know who I am and what I'm capable of. And I think that these ladies are more than capable of bringing out all of the best of my abilities, and I'm really looking forward to adding to my accolades.
Indeed. And just for those who aren't quite familiar with Lindsay and her abilities or anything, purple belt. She will snap or tap you. She will stretch anybody in the room, including me, and I'm 4 times her size. She will fuck you up.
Yeah.
My little disclaimer, but all that and then some. And if anybody has seen any of your work or your matches, physical and hard hitting definitely is you. And
I'll just say what you're saying is that she don't need no tattoo needles to leave some tattoos on your body, huh?
Oh no, she provides natural. She provides natural makeup. Yeah, she leaves natural marks and makeup. Absolutely,
I'm definitely a black eye specialist.
Yeah. Very, very cool. Now you're also going to be at WrestleCon. You just announced. Yes. What days and times so the folks can know when to come see you?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from I believe 10 to 1. Okay. It's either 9 to 12 or 10 to 1, I believe.
Okay. All right. That's cool because all of us at the Nation's Corner, we're all getting together for WrestleMania week and stuff. And I think we picked Friday is the day we're all going over to WrestleCon. So if you're there that day, you will be there en masse to either celebrate your victory or help console your defeat. But we're going to celebrate victory. We're going to celebrate victory, obviously. I mean, you know, just to be fair to everybody, you have to, you know, say the good and the bad. But I digress for a second.
Positivity only, baby.
Is your very capable and accomplished on her own manager, Ayla Fox, going to be with you?
Yes, she will be with me. Definitely for WrestleCon. I'm not sure necessarily for Bloodsport if she'll be there already, but if she gets there in time, then yeah, she'll come out with me for Bloodsport, and she will be accompanying me for all of the weekend. Talk
about her for a second. What's that like having someone like her, you know, in your corner, having your back? She doesn't come off as the type to get her hands dirty, but no, you know, she'll throw around some influence and other things if need be. So what's that like having her?
She's definitely a Jill of all trades. Not only can she look the part and talk the part, but when I do need her to get her hands dirty, she is not one to question. You know, she definitely has a lot of knowledge, and she's spent a lot of time in the business. And I definitely appreciate everything that she comes to the table with. And man, she is really, really an amazing manager. And she doesn't just help me with, you know, just matches. She's there like in the background, you know, behind the scenes. She's even started training, so I'm really proud of her. I'm really proud of everything she's helped me accomplish in the last year since we've been working together.
Very, very cool. It's always nice to have friends with you when you need them. And it seems like numbers. Yeah, well, it's, you know, you can always say, oh, I can do this alone, but it's always good to have some backup when needed.
Well, it's nice to have a handler.
Yeah.
No,
you do need one. Never mind. You do need one.
She definitely has got me out of trouble a couple of times.
I'm sure. I'm quite sure she's very adept at that by now, knowing you. But
yeah.
You have any other things coming up? Anything you can talk about now, especially as far as Mania Week?
Not as far as Mania Week. I can't really discuss a couple things because I'm waiting for them to be announced. But
okay.
But this weekend, I face Danny Jordan for my IWE championship. She just won't get it through her head that I'm just not going to give that title up. And
this is what is at least your second, if not third match?
This will be our third. Oh no, technically it'll be our second. Or no, wait. Technically this will be our third because we've had 2 matches. One was a tag, and then we wrestled each other.
Right.
And then now this will be our third match at IWE.
Okay. I guess some people have to learn the hard way. They actually really have to learn the hard way.
I'll beat it into her as many times as I got to.
Well, it's that old. We were talking with the Nation's Corner the other night, and it was an old saying. It's an old Jim Croce song. You don't tug on Superwoman's cape. You don't spit in the wind. And there was another person, and you don't fuck around with Lindsay Snow because you're gonna find out, and it's gonna be a painful lesson. I mean,
Lindsay Snow is on the very short list of wrestlers you don't fuck around with for real. I'd put I'd put like Holly Dead up there. I'd definitely put Masha Slamovich up there. I mean, I'm just afraid what's going to happen to Marina and.
I'm afraid what's
going to happen to the other ladies, Lady Frost and Marina in there, even though they're tough. But I mean,
there's a very good chance that all of the ladies in this match will not be as pretty at the end of this. So,
it's in the eye of the beholder.
Yes, Well, I think all four of you as bloody beaten messes are still beautiful, because I know it's going to be a hell of a fight between the four of you, and I know that's knowing all of you the way I do. I know that's what you're all wanting to do and looking to do. You have always kind of gravitated or been part of, you've done deathmatch stuff, you've done the really physical hardcore wrestling most of your career. Is that your preferred? Is it kind of like, well, this is kind of my niche, or do you look to do
well, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, no. I'm just saying you've done, but you've done more conventional, regular wrestling as well. Do you have a preference? Do you do? And I only ask that because for a long time, and I always hated it, but there was always a bit of a stigmatism. Oh, she's a deathmatch wrestler. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to. They're only in there because they can't wrestle, and that's really nothing could be fucking further from the truth. Yeah, it is. But and if as you're looking around the landscape of wrestling, what appeals to you now? What do you say? Ooh, I want to go do that, as opposed to doing something else.
I mean, I love deathmatch wrestling, and that is it's a completely different animal to me than your normal conventional wrestling matches. But I guess I love them both in different ways for different reasons.
Okay.
I mean, as far as deathmatch goes, like it's just something that isn't as widely as accepted as your conventional match. So it's like,
fuck them. We don't want them anyway.
What's that?
Yeah.
I said, fuck them. We don't want them anyway. Stay out of our shows.
But with having the skills to have a conventional match, that would very much has the possibility to take me further than just solely doing deathmatch wrestling. But not. I don't think that it takes away from conventional wrestling doing deathmatch wrestling. I think it just adds something to my repertoire. But people still do look down on it, and I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to do what I do and show people that, hey, look, like, I don't have to be cornholed into this one existence. Like, I don't have to be just, oh, Lindsay's just a deathmatch wrestler, or oh, right, Lindsay's just a shooter. I have the ability to do all of these different things, and I think I'm selling myself short by putting myself in one category. And I hope that the work that I'm doing exemplifies the skills that I have, and that's just kind of where I stand on that.
Yeah. It's an art form, right? Or think of it like as music. There's heavy metal, and then you get a little more punkier, thrashier styles. But it's still great stuff. You know what I mean?
Still rock and roll to me.
That's right. And you know what? Some people they say that the ring is a canvas, and you're painting your art. You like a lot of red in your art. So what? There you go.
I look good in red.
That is true. And I'm just waiting. Now, of course, we've had Kaiju coffee in the past.
Oh, yeah.
When are we getting actual Kaiju ketchup?
Oh, I don't think you guys want my blood in bottles, but I mean, I'm sure that we can arrange them.
No, I was just saying, there has to be somebody out there that makes some sort of like artisan one-off kind of ketchup
Gemini Crow hot sauce. There's where
there you go.
Hooked up to.
We have a hookup. We have a hookup to them. Yeah. So,
okay. All right.
We know their
what would you call it?
I mean, it's got to be human ketchup, right?
Well, yeah, it's got to. I'm just saying, and I will bring out the visual aid because Lindsay loves it. I will bring out the visual aid. This is what that's what the label says. And I'll try to get it up close to the camera here.
Yes.
Get that. And that and many other things
that
are
is
available
great.
on Lindsay's website. But
really
yeah,
thankful.
I think we need. I think kaiju ketchup needs to be a thing. I would buy some.
I think you're onto something because I definitely am a fan of ketchup, and if I could get my own ketchup, game over. Heinz, move the fuck over. I can draw my own label up and everything.
Yes, when we see each other, when you come up here next month, we'll sit down and really work that out, and we'll get that rolling, because I think that needs to happen. Because because like I said, I loved kaiju coffee. It was so good. I'm so glad. I'm so mad that I'm out of it. So
it only makes sense. I'm thinking kaiju cannabis.
Oh, I'm also working on that. I do have someone that makes edibles for me right now. So I have little kaiju edibles. So I'm trying to get some of those lined up for Mania weekend.
There you go.
And, but yeah, I'm working on getting the coffee back too. The coffee, I sold out of that stuff so quickly. Everybody was really on it.
I bought 5 pounds of it.
I think our boy RA had some too. RA bought some too.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, we were. I was.
And it was locally made in Zephyr Hills. So one of my neighbors actually is a roaster. When I used to live in Zephyr Hills.
Yeah.
So he had his own coffee shop, but recently they downsized, and so I'm looking to see if he's ready to start roasting again. So be on the lookout for more kaiju coffee.
Yes, thank you. Yes, one of my prayers have been answered. But yeah, I mean, there's so much. There's so much to do with the brand. Absolutely, we need kaiju ketchup. Kaiju cannabis absolutely makes perfect sense.
Definitely.
And I can't remember. I know you and I have talked about that in the past and often and everything, but didn't someone was someone thinking about making a strain for you?
I've been talking to like a couple of different people about that.
Okay.
But nobody's really like come through with it. But that is definitely something that I'm into. I'm definitely interested. So if you know anybody that cultivates, that has something that packs a punch and knocks your dick in the dirt, let me know.
Yes. There you go.
I'm thinking Florida man. I'm thinking how about a blood orange strain?
Perfect. I think you nailed it.
Yeah. And do you prefer indica or sativa?
I'm an indica lady for sure.
You like the indica? Okay. Indica. You like it? Yeah.
Anything that helps get the, it makes your body feel better.
Yes. Let me ask you, it's a serious question now, because I believe a lot of wrestlers, they've eschewed. I'm using a big word here, John.
I see
a lot
that.
of the wrestlers have eschewed the old school days of taking pills to numb the pain, and taking pills to go to sleep, and taking pills to wake up again.
Mm-mm.
And that seemed very easy back in the old days when everybody, especially in Florida, could doctor shop and and it was detrimental, and it's a very awful thing. And I hate pills. Like, I'm going in for an operation, and I don't even want to take the pain pills after.
Yeah.
A lot of wrestlers go to the CBD and THC, don't they? Now,
yeah,
and it's a lot better and healthier, right?
I've noticed that too, and it makes me feel a lot better because I think that in the long run it'll keep us around longer, and you won't be seeing like all the sadness that we've been seeing the past years, like maybe like the past 10 years. All of the deaths from opioids and all that terrible stuff. Like how you said, because of all like the pillbillies coming around shopping doctors and stuff like that. There's an epidemic, especially down here in Florida. And now, of course, that comes with like, when the people can't find their pain pills or get their pain pills from their doctors, they just go to the street, and then they end up getting fentanyl, and then they die.
It's a horrible thing, and I've always been honest with my kids and told them, I said, don't, I said, hey, cocaine and stuff, that was different back then. It's not like it is now. It don't,
You can't take.
if you're gonna smoke weed is way different than any other drug. There's weed and there's all the other shit. Stay away from that stuff. It's no good.
And even with weed, down here, like people are putting fentanyl in weed, and so I don't even buy stuff unless it's from the dispensary anymore, just because I'm not trying to take any risks. I like my life. I'm very blessed to be able to do the things that I do, and I don't really think that it's that important to gamble with my life when I can just
exactly.
No, it's and the studies have shown, and they're actually becoming more and more widely accepted every day. There is benefits. Besides, who doesn't want to just have something that you can sit and relax, hit, smoke a joint, hit a pipe, hit a bong, and feel better. It does wonders for pain. I myself use. I've dealt with chronic pain mainly from my lifestyle and my work almost my entire adult life. And about 10 years ago, I was able to start using CBD, and you're absolutely right. It makes you feel better. You can still function. I'm not laying drooling on the couch just like half empty bag of Doritos. I mean, I'll do that for other reasons, but not from CBD and stuff. But the benefits are just unbelievable. And I'm glad to see, not so much mine and especially Mike's generation. We're a different generation than even you. We're the old heads in the room. We're still the ones that we used to pick out the stems and seeds, twisting them up, trying to use the album cover, the vinyl album cover.
Right.
I'm since 1976. People say, "Oh, it's going to be legalized." I said, "There's a law against it."
The only law is that I can't find it easier. And to be honest, as an old head, and Mike will agree with me, you kids now with your legal weed and dispensary, you're taking all the fun out of it.
John. It's not. No, John. Listen, Lindsay, you walk in the first time you walked into a dispensary. Was it like? It was like when you were 15 or when you were 10 years old walking into Toys R Us.
It was
like the same thing.
It was like this bright light. And
and aura.
The music, beautiful music played.
And you smell the weed.
Yes. You smell all those different strains of good weed, and I miss the old days where you had that.
Got it up in the jars, and you go, "Oh, what's that? Oh, what is that?"
Let's face it, it's an adult candy store now. It's
please.
Legitimately
and this and that, and the gummies. The tincture,
anything and everything.
Yes,
our heart desires is behind the doors and behind that scene.
Right. And I know you and I have talked about this in the past, Lindsay. But first and foremost, have you tattooed yourself lately?
No, I haven't tattooed myself lately.
Okay,
I've been working a lot, so I haven't really time to heal anything.
Well, that brings me to my next thing. I know we must have the longest standing tattoo appointment you've ever had, because we still haven't gotten together, and we will. This time it's my fault.
Maybe it'll happen in Philly.
What?
Maybe it'll happen in Philly.
Maybe we could. We have all kinds of conventions up here. We have the Philly Tattoo Convention, I'm sure you heard of, that's done by Villain Arts. And they do one in the summertime at the beach in Wildwood. I think you need to see if you can get your name on that list, because that would be cool, because we could be right at the beach in the summer at the beautiful Jersey Shore. So,
John, I just saw her going after Lou Doc like about a month ago with the tattoo needles, and if she has that look in her eyes, run the other way, hop the other way,
I'm well aware, just because the amount of ball busting I give her, that she's going to go a little deep putting the ink in. Not the whole time.
It won't be going anywhere, that's for sure.
She's good.
Guaranteed 2 weeks postmortem.
Yes. So that I'm well aware of, and it's cool because I've always said I've always wanted the Lindsay Snow piece on my body, and I even though I'm kind of sad because I had one of the places I wanted her to tattoo on was my lower left leg, which isn't there anymore. So I got to find a new spot. But I do have a piece in mind.
Back. So. You should have had it saved.
I don't know. I sometimes I think about that. Like, what did they actually do with the the piece of my leg?
I know. No, you don't want to know. You don't
Did you have tattoos on it?
What's that?
Did you have tattoos on it?
No, I didn't. That was the thing. Yours was going to be the first one, but I did have a couple planned that I wanted.
You have another leg, you know. You have the other leg.
Yeah,
but leg tattooed.
Yeah, but I had plans for that leg too. So now I got to. You don't have tattoos. You don't understand this.
Lindsay, I want you to give him a Mike Tyson tiger tattoo on his face. That's what I want to see.
Let's do it. I'm down. Don't have to tell me twice. Don't threaten me with a good time.
But do you have a count of how many tattoos you have, or how many times you've had like pieces worked on more than once? So like, how many times have you personally sat in the chair, at a tattoo parlor? Like, you've lost count, right?
How many stars are in the sky? I don't know. Half of them I don't really even remember. Like, brain injuries.
We all been hitting the head a lot. We know. We all been hitting the head a lot for various reasons.
It's another form of art.
Yeah. Dial back real quick, Lindsay. You have a match coming up. You said this Friday or this Saturday in Augusta, Georgia, with IWE defending your title against Danny Jordan. Right. Are they taping that, or is that going to be okay?
Yeah,
and that's because thanks to you and your involvement with IWE, I am now a faithful subscriber and watch all the stuff they put out. I'm really enjoying what you guys got going on down there and all that. And again, well, it's no secret. I'm the indie wrestling guy of the group. I find and seek out and see good stuff everywhere and tell everybody about it. But what's it been like working with IWE? This is kind of been like your home promotion for a year now, or even more now at this point.
Yeah, it's been almost 2 years at this point. Well, maybe like a year and a half. But it's been amazing. Timothy Blackman, Paige Blackman, they're just amazing people. Like I couldn't have asked to be around like a better group of people, especially like when I became champion there, and then I had to go through like a lot of really, really difficult stuff. Like basically as soon as I became champion, the guy that I was seeing, my boyfriend, got murdered. And so I like was not in any kind of way, shape, or form to like be around people that didn't have like my best interest in mind. But they were basically family, they were there for me, and that's more than I can say like any other promoter has ever done for me. Like, they weren't just like I just work for these people every couple of weeks, it was like, hey, like they were checking on me, and that's something that you really like never see, especially in this business.
Yeah, I and we've talked about that, and there's for every one good story that sounds like IWE and has been for you and your relation with them, there's 1,000 horror stories, and hopefully that it seems to be slowly but surely kicking and screaming, beginning to change. And the ones that aren't doing business the right way are starting to get weeded out, and the ones that are doing business the right way are starting to thrive and get noticed and continue doing good things, especially post-pandemic. Because and I know this, it's not a very popular opinion, but the one I had was the pandemic definitely. Those who were doing the right thing and doing business the right way are the ones that survived, and the ones that were just basically doing carny bullshit, trying to get your money one way or another, they didn't. So it's, I mean, it's one thing to say, oh, well, you don't want any wrestling promotions to fail. No, I want good promotions to thrive and succeed. I want good promotions and good wrestlers to be seen and heard. I don't want to, I'm done. I don't want to wade through 10 corny bullshit promotions just to get the one good one. And that seems, like I said, I'm now a fan of IWE. I watch any and all the stuff they put out. Your matches are on there, the other matches on the card. And for nothing else, hats off to them just for giving you a steady stream of fresh bodies to beat up.
Right.
And banger after banger after banger of matches. I mean, either, well, I have my own thought is either they are just that naive and they don't realize who they're getting in the ring with, or they're just like every other wrestler and wrestling fan. We're just crazy. That's all. They just have no regard for their own self-preservation or body if they're going to step in the ring with you. And of course, I've seen you do death matches stuff live. I've seen you do hardcore. I've seen you do grappling and shoot live and conventional wrestling live. So I consider myself a very well versed in the ring ability of one Miss American Kaiju Lindsay Snow.
That's right.
And you, like you had said before, how you don't want to be pigeonholed. Nobody can pigeonhole you in the one particular style, because at every one you excel. You bring your absolute best to each and every type, whatever it is. It could be a straight conventional wrestling match, a shoot match, or death match, doesn't matter. And and one of the 6,484 reasons why I adore you is, no matter what it is, it always looks like you're having fun, whatever it is. And it shows. And that everybody sees the visuals. There's more than enough pictures and stuff floating around with you with your own little distinctive crimson mask and that big, beautiful, bright smile of yours coming out because and you're having fun. And
someone's bleeding.
Well, yeah, or and even if she's bleeding, she isn't afraid to bleed.
There isn't blood. During the pandemic, you were conspicuous there, ringside at AEW at Daly's Place. Mm-hmm. You were also in the back in a few vignettes on NXT mm-hmm. and SmackDown, I believe, or one of those, Raw. And, so I mean that's pretty cool. How is that? It's like you never know what those things can lead to. But it's pretty cool to be part of that, isn't it?
It was really fun. When I was at Raw, I don't know why I do things like this, but I seen Shane McMahon, and I bet him $1 that he couldn't take his shoes off by himself. And he was just looking at me all crazy, like, are you serious? I was like, here's the money, man. You don't have $1 that you could bet me that you can't take your shoes off by yourself? Needless to say, he didn't want to do it because he knew that I was going to trick him somehow. But I just have a good time wherever I go. Whether it's making people feel uncomfortable and awkward, or making them bleed, I love all of it.
Yes, like I said, it's one of the thousands upon thousands of reasons why I adore you. I just had a thought and it went out of my head. Give me a second.
There you go.
How are you making out with balancing tattooing and wrestling?
I'm really, really lucky. I'm so blessed to be able to have two very strong careers that I've worked very, very hard at. But I'm really lucky that I can balance both at the same time. It's obviously not an easy task. Sometimes I do double book myself. I just get excited and I want to do all the tattoos, and then, you know, there's not enough hours in the day sometimes.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, you just got to roll with the punches. Yeah. But it's just, I couldn't imagine doing anything else or living my life in any other kind of way that is less chaotic than what I live in now.
What's your favorite tattoo that you've done for somebody?
Oh man.
Well, it's mine, but she hasn't done it yet.
Yeah. Are y'all familiar with Connor, Big Con from TNA?
Yes.
Yeah.
About a week and a half ago, I got to tattoo him for the first time, and I did his birth chart on his chest, and it was nothing but straight lines and perfect circles. You know, just like a nightmare for like every tattooer. But he was so appreciative of it, and that was like, even though it didn't have like a bunch of shading or a bunch of color in it, like a lot of tattoos that I'm used to doing, because it meant so much to him. I feel like I really enjoyed making it because he was so happy at the end, you know?
Yeah, that was on your,
because they're so happy.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of sick and sadistic, but like they go to the mirror and they're like so happy that they can't talk, or like they just start crying because they're so happy. Like, yes, that's what I live for.
I have two of the most generic tattoos you can get. When I was 18 and I'm 62 now, I have an in memory cross, and I forgot to tell him take off the so there's an empty thing in there for in memory, because I just wanted a cross, and I had the Grim Reaper, because I was like all about Dio, heaven and hell, and
that's awesome.
It was totally. One day I gotta have you refurbish them when I lose weight and I get the guns fixed again.
Yeah.
Hey, let's do it.
Okay. Anyway, Lindsay, obviously your tattooing is expression. It's art. It's, you know, all that type of expression. Just like your work in the ring is, you know, it's art. It's expressive and anything. Are there parallels between the two? How are the two different? You know, you're very committed to both. So do you draw inspiration from one to the other, or one is different than the other and that's why you like it? Or explain that kind of vibe to me.
They definitely overlap, because the whole reason how I got into professional wrestling was, my dad and I would watch professional wrestling when I was growing up. Then I started learning how to tattoo, and when I would go to the tattoo shop, you know, we would watch pro wrestling, or I started learning jiu-jitsu from one of the guys that I apprenticed under. So, you know, there's that little parallel right there. Then as I got older, I'm tattooing at the shop, watching wrestling while I'm tattooing. And the gentleman that came in for a walk-in tattoo, he was like, "Oh, who's watching wrestling?" I'm like, "Oh, that's me." He's like, "Oh, that's weird. Like a girl watching wrestling while you're tattooing. Like, that's real weird." And I was like, "Oh, well, I'm going to be a professional wrestler one day." And he was like, "What? That's crazy. That's what I do." And I was like, "Oh, no way. You know, like, that's awesome." And he said, "Hey, if you want to come train, this is where we'll be on Saturday." And so I showed up to training, and, you know, that was it. So like, they definitely go hand in hand. I've tattooed a bunch of pro wrestlers. So I've tattooed Rosemary. I've tattooed Road Dogg. You know, I've tattooed Connor. A bunch of random people. Let me see who else. There's a lot. Sorry, I was just like starting to think of it. Steve Carino. I've tattooed Steve Carino. Just a bunch of random people.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, we thank you for joining us, Lindsay, of course, and want to be respectful of your time with us. We don't want to keep you all night. I'm sure you want to rest and relax and hang out with everybody's favorite burrito, who I'm so glad is feeling better. Please give Celia lots of hugs and kisses for me. That you'll do anyway. But real quick, let's get the socials and your plug your merch. Get all the information out for the people, so that when you come to Philadelphia, we have a big banner at the airport that says "Welcome Kaiju," and well, it might be just me with a sign like this, but something there to welcome you, and that we all know that how to get a hold of you and how to keep track of you, especially when you're up here in Philly.
I love it, John. Thank you. So you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok. I am the Florida Ma'am, MAAM. I will have some brand new human catch-up party shirts with me when I come to Mania. So I'll have some of those with me. Sure that you pick one up.
I'm a size XL. Put one.
I actually just ordered 13 more XLs. So
well, one has my name on it.
Yes, sir. I'll put it aside for you.
Okay.
And if you can't make it to see me in person to get a shirt, you can go check one out on deathmatchworldwide.com. And I also have another bloody shirt up there too. So go check those out.
I have that.
Wonderful.
Hell yeah, you do.
Unfortunately, I got it, and unfortunately, I put it in the wash today, and it's not. I would have worked for tonight, but
next time.
Yes, I'll have it on when you get up here. All right. So let's recap real quick. We are going to see you at Josh Barnett's Bloodsport as part of the GCW collective. You're going to be at WrestleCon at the Sheraton in Philadelphia, beautiful Center City. Good luck trying to find your way around there.
Right.
You can call me if you want to. I know the area.
You'd be remiss also if you didn't say that you can watch the collective on Triller TV with the fight with the Triller Plus if you can't make it down to Philly.
Yes.
Good job.
We try. We do try. And you're at you're at WrestleCon Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, either 10 to 2 or 12 to
9 to 12 or 10 to 1.
Okay.
One of those.
There you go. Right. So follow Lindsay, follow her, give her a thumbs up, give her lots of likes. Go buy merch. These are wonderful independent wrestlers that you want to support. Oh, I see everybody with the hashtag. I support indie wrestling. You support indie wrestling with your wallet, ladies and gentlemen, and you spend it on people like Lindsay and the other dozens and dozens and dozens of talented indie wrestlers and these people that are killing themselves every weekend for little to no money. Put some money in their pocket. Spend money with them. Buy merch.
Buy indie merchandise. Hey, Seth doesn't need to sell another shirt. Cody doesn't have to sell another shirt. Buy indie merch.
Support
they love
everybody.
It when you put that cash in their hand. They love it when you flash your Venmo, your Cash App, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's way better than going to those other places that you have to mail away to.
Yes. But anyway, Lindsay, thank you so much. We finally got this done after I don't know how many times we have tried. I'm so glad you can.
This is over a year, isn't it?
It's been a minute.
It's been a few.
Minute. We've been talking about it for a while.
A long time.
I'm glad that we finally got to do it.
Yeah, it's almost as long-standing as our tattoo appointment.
Right.
But anyway, dear, we are so looking forward to seeing you next month. I cannot wait to see you and give you a big, huge, giant hug in person. Of course, you know how to get a hold of me if you need anything up in this area, and that means anything. Even if I'll absolutely expect a random message. I'm at such and such. Can you come get me? Yeah, I'll be right there. Give me a couple minutes.
Lindsay, I got an idea. I got an idea for the tattoo for John. He's a dirty Jersey. He's a dirty Jersey boy. Okay. He's got to represent his Jersey boy that should be in the WWE Hall of Fame already. Bam Bam Bigelow. How about that tattoo on his head?
Yeah, you want that guy on the back of your head.
Yeah. I think John would.
I don't know
those
if I could do.
really
I
good.
don't think I can rock the flames on a bald head.
Oh, you
not yet.
I've heard the stories about this guy on the job site. He's a hothead, so the flames would be apropos.
I love it. I love it.
All right, we'll discuss it, Linz. We'll discuss.
Sounds good.
We'll
Thank
talk
you
about
guys
it.
so much for having me.
Yes, no problem, dear. Have a wonderful evening.
How about
Safe
a
travels.
flying
Good luck
hammer?
this weekend. That would be way more apropos. But good luck, even though you don't need it this Saturday at IWE. I'll be looking forward to seeing that match with you and Danny Jordan on their YouTube channel. Yeah, we'll see you next month. I'll be the one holding the sign.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. Wait, did you? You did it already.
Oh,
in honor
of Lindsay Snow, the cannabis. There you go.
Thank you guys.
And
it's a pleasure.
While he basically basically he just chokes himself to death here. I will tell you, Lindsay, you are always and have been part of the Nation's Corner family. You can reach out to us anytime. If you have something to promote, something you want to talk about, something you just want to get off your chest, you know how to get a hold of all of us. We will always be available to you. You are part of our family, and we thank you for that.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
See you next month, kid.
Yes, sir.
All righty. All right, you done choking? Okay, we got about 4 minutes, and we're going to get cut off. That was the American Kaiju Lindsay Snow, who will be up here next month, as we discussed at length for WrestleMania week. Please, folks, Bloodsport, unfortunately, is just about sold out. Even I waited a little too long to get tickets, and am in the standing room only section, but I would not miss seeing Lindsay live. Go see her at WrestleCon. Like I said, spend money. Let these wrestlers know how important they are. That you're support. Yeah, but let them know. You appreciate their work. They appreciate their passion. You want to support them. So make sure Lindsay and all the other hundreds and hundreds of independent wrestlers coming up to this area. You may find some new favorites of yours. I'm looking forward to seeing who all is coming in and finding maybe some more of my own.
John, this is the lifeblood of the independent wrestling industry. They look forward to this WrestleMania week because this is make or break for a lot of smaller promotions. And just go out there and support as many of these young talents that you can, because one day you will see them at WrestleMania or Revolution or All In or SummerSlam or whatever. Do it.
Absolutely. All right, Mike, we're going to wrap this up. So hit the folks with your socials.
At Mongrovian Mike. There you go. That's it. Nation's Corner. Like, subscribe, share it.
Yes, absolutely. And I am, of course,
on the drive for 5.
Yes, I don't do the finger thing because even though I do the hashtag, and it's been running the whole banner the whole time. Nation's Corner on location. But I am at Twisted Metal Fab on the Twitter. I don't use X. I'm not a millennial. And also on the Instagram. And also follow the exploits, as he made an appearance not once but twice tonight, of the most dangerous weapon in all professional wrestling. Of course, I am talking about the AK9K. Follow him on Instagram at AssKicker9K. This has been real fun. It's been real great to be here with Lindsay and have her join us. And we're going to have a bunch more of these leading up to Mania week. So please stay tuned to the Nation's Corner socials to find out who and when our next interview is going to be leading up to Mania week. So for Mongrovian Mike, I am John in South Jersey. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we will see you at the shows.